Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be continuing David's story, getting into David's story part 9. It's based on assassinations, based on 2 Samuel chapter 3. Sorry, just ate some peanuts so throat's a little dry. Verse 22 through chapter 5, verse 5. After giving his support to King David, Abner goes to rally the elders of Israel. But Abner is scarcely out of the city when Joab returns. Abner just left. David had a big feast for him. Abner was here, and David let him go. So you remember Abner killed his brother and things, and when they had that big war before he joined David. Angrily, Joab rushes to see David. Don't you know that Abner came here as a spy to find out your strength? And he killed my brother, your own nephew. David refused to listen, and in a rage, Joab storms out. David may have made his peace with you, but I never will. Joab is furious. This could mean trouble. He wouldn't dare defy the king. As people talk on the sidelines, Joab's angry. Abner killed his family, and he believes that he's there as a spy, to spy on David. Fearfully that Abner will take his place as David's general and waiting revenge for his brother, Joab sends a fake message from David asking Abner to come back to the Hebron. When Abner enters the city, "Welcome, Abner. David had one last thing he wanted me to tell you. Will you step over here where we can talk in private?" He says, "Of course, Joab." Joab leads Abner to a back street, and there, before Abner can suspect what is going on, Joab stabs him. So, taking, vengeance, as I said in the last on Monday, vengeance is for God to take, not ourselves. And Joab took it into his own hands and killed Abner. David is angry when he finds out that Joab murdered Abner. He is afraid that people will think he ordered the murder. So he calls the people together and accuses Joab. "I am innocent of Abner's blood. May God punish Joab as he sees fit." David wants to show his strong disapproval for what Joab has done. He forces Joab to mourn in Abner's funeral procession, but even as king, David is not secure enough in his new kingdom to punish Joab, because Joab is the leader of David's army and his nephew. David mourns the death of Abner, but Abner's master, King Ishbosheth, quakes with fright. "What horrible news! Without Abner, how can I hold the throne?" So now he's even more terrified, especially all that stuff that Abner was putting in his mind about, David will eventually take him over and take over the rest of the tribes and basically dethrone him. So now he's worried because now the man who was helping him this whole time, and was leading his army is dead. King Ishabah fears are well grounded, for even as he receives the news of Abner's death, two of his own army officers are asking the same question. Now that Abner is dead, what's to stop David from defeating our army and killing Ishbosheth? Yes, we are fighting for the losing side, but what if we do David a favor? The two men murder their own king, then report to David, hoping to be rewarded. Will people never learn the Lord does not reward those who commit murder? There's no room in my kingdom for traitors. Guards, take them away and execute them. So they think, if we murder his enemy, then he'll reward us. And this has happened before, as we've seen. And he's when we learn, God does not reward those who murder, those who lie, those who sin. Though saddened by another assassination, David now has no rivals for the throne of Israel. Representatives of the 12 tribes meet to anoint him. He's now been anointed by both God and man. So David, at the age of 30, is finally crowned king of all Israel. Hail King David of Israel. Praise God. So now, after years of battling, fighting, trying to prove himself, battling against Saul, and just, all that's been going on, all that we've been reading, at the age of 30, he finally becomes king of all of Israel, anointed by God and by man. So now, as we see, David still has a long life, still has a long story, which we will continue next week. Hopefully you guys learned something new about David and his story, and hopefully it helps you in your life as well. Thank you for watching. As always, take it easy. I'll see you guys next week. God bless.